Hi everyone on YouTube, this is Geoff from geoffmobile.com. Today here to do a quick review of a product that is really useful if you would like to bake bread. So this product is called Fleischmann's Bread Booster, and it is a very good product. Essentially what it does is it has several different ingredients which make baking bread easier and with better results. So the ingredients that it has in it are wheat gluten, inactive yeast, soy lecithin, enzymes, including wheat, and ascorbic acid, which is dough conditioner. So there's certain yeasts that you can buy, such as platinum yeast, which have basically a dough enhancer or a bread booster built into the yeast. And those give quite good results. But if, let's say that's not available, if you use just regular yeast from a grocery store, not the quick rise, but the traditional kind of yeast, and you add a small amount of bread booster, it really enhances the rise and the texture of many different kinds of breads. So if you're making 100% whole wheat bread, most whole wheat bread recipes advise adding some ascorbic acid, which is a key ingredient of this bread booster. So if I make a loaf of whole wheat bread with 3 cups of whole wheat flour, I need to add about 7 grams of this bread booster. I actually, in the package it says to use quite a bit more, but I use just 7 grams of bread booster for my bread machine, and 100% whole wheat flour. I use a bit of maple syrup instead of molasses, but you can also use molasses. Of course, you need to have some salt and some sugar, but I use just a tiny bit of brown sugar plus the maple syrup. Makes a really good bread, of course. And then I use either water or some plant-based milk, such as oat milk or almond milk. It turns out to be a totally vegan recipe, except it does have yeast, which is live culture. But of course, that is ingredient that's pretty much required for bread. So yeah, definitely recommend using the Fleischmann's bread booster, especially if you're making a whole wheat loaf or you want to do bread that just rises really well. If you notice your bread is rising too much, just use a bit less bread booster and it will rise a bit less. So definitely takes a bit of experimenting, but this is actually a really good product, and I'm surprised that people don't know about it. Currently, Safeway in Vancouver, Canada, has it on sale for $4. Plus, there's a $3 off manufacturer's coupon. So I bought this whole container of bread booster for only $1, and that was a great deal. I'm worried that maybe if people don't buy it, the product may be discontinued, and I definitely do rely on the bread booster for one of my key bread machine recipes, which I make every week, which is the 100% whole wheat loaf with maple syrup. So I'll put the recipe that I use for my bread machine below. You can try it out in your bread machine, although every machine does vary slightly in how it prepares, so it may not work exactly right for your machine. This container has 100 grams, and I only use 7 grams every time I use it, so that gives me quite a bit of at least 10 or more. Actually, no, that's more than 10 loaves of bread I can make with this bread booster. And of course, I do need to add regular yeast as well. This is not a substitute for yeast, it just enhances the bake. And many professional bakeries do use some kind of dough enhancer or bread booster for making loaves that you find in the grocery store. And it doesn't contain any chemicals like preservatives. It's just pretty good ingredients just to enhance your rise of your bread. So that is my review of the Fleischmann's Bread Booster. I highly recommend it. And I'll put some information below on some of my favorite recipes for the bread machine. And of course, I do offer a bread service in Vancouver where I will make you a loaf of bread in my machine. And so if you're interested in that, I do charge $20 per loaf because it is a custom service, and I do customize the recipe just for you. Currently, I haven't had that many customers of my service because I really only have a chance to make 1 or 2 loaves a week this way, and so far I don't quite have the right packaging yet for the bread to sell it to people. But once I find a good source of some recycled but food safe paper bags that I can wrap my loaves in. I will probably start selling 1 or 2 loaves a week that I make at home. Anyways, have a great day, and for more videos, please click the subscribe button below, and I'll see you around, and have a great day, and please let me know your comments of anything to do with bread making, bread machines, or the Fleischmann's bread booster, which is an excellent product I highly recommend. That's all for now, and have a great day.